And we are live. And I just killed my overlay. There we go. Okay. Good evening, kindred of New York. Tonight we find Max sitting at his computer doing work, business, the business of running a clan and running a coterie. It's keeping him busy these nights with many hats, many irons in the fire. It's keeping him rather busy. And he's sitting there poring over figures when he gets a phone call.
And Jackie just sits on a chair on his motel room and picks up his cell phone, his smartphone, and calls Mr. Hardcastle.
Max will see the phone ring. Interesting. Hardcastle.
Hello, sir. This is Jackie Noble.
Yes.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Well, it depends on your definition of interrupting. There are some interruptions that are bad and some that are welcome. Depending on what you're calling for, this may be one or the other.
I am calling because I have a request to make from you, sir.
Oh. And what can I help a neonate with tonight?
I think this conversation would be better if we had it face to face, sir.
One of those. All right. Do you know where my room is?
No.
All right. I'll text it to you. Meet me here as soon as you can, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Max will hang up the phone and send a text. Send.
Okay. Jackie gets the text and hops into a cab.
Jack zips across town. The New York traffic is relatively light. Although it is early in the evening, the traffic seems to be flowing smoothly. You come to a tall, very nice hotel, the Ritz-Carlton in Battery Park City. The hotel room is, of course, towards the top, which, why wouldn't it be, being a Ventru? As you approach and pay the cab, the Mr. Jigsaw, as you like to call him, is sitting in front, puffing on a cigar, as he is wont to do. Just minding his business. When he notices you walk up, oh, hey, look at that. It's a new guy.
Hello there. How have you been?
Dandy. Aside from waiting out here in the rain for your ass. All right, boss is expecting you. Come on. He puts the cigar out on his bottom of his boot. Turns around. Takes you inside. Go up the elevator. He doesn't say much. He just kind of stands there. Hands in pocket. As you're going up the elevator, the slightly annoying, out of tune elevator music in the background. And then you come to the penthouse. Max's office / haven is a little bit better. It's a hotel room, of course, one of the nicer ones. And you can spot the light proofing around the haven. It's very subtle, very distinct, or very, very subtle and very hard to see to the untrained eye, but being kindred, no doubt your sire gave you some light proofing tips, and you can see how they've been discreetly tucked in the side. Max is sitting at a coffee table that has been turned into a makeshift office. There's laptops, and mostly laptops, and some low-end networking equipment on the dining table. You detect the distinctive smell of pizza and Chinese takeout. You don't see much trash, though. Max is a bit of a neat freak, and he keeps his haven rather clean. But you distinctly smell Chinese takeout, pizza, Italian food, various sorts of takeout. Drescher leads you in, shows you to the table where Max is sitting. Max is not wearing his usual suit this time. It's very unusual. You haven't really seen him before in anything but his suit's off, no tie, his shirt, his crisp white starched shirt has been buttoned open down to about the middle of the chest where his, you can see a white t-shirt. His hair hasn't been made up. It's still got bedhead going. He hasn't made his hair up since this evening.
Okay.
In fact, as far as venture go, you could say he's might disheveled. Max just glances up. He's got a laptop in front of him. He's been pecking on it. He's got a tablet next to him that he looks like he's cross-referencing. All right, Neonate, have a seat. He points to an open chair. Care for a drink? Oh, well, never mind. You don't drink.
Well,
Drescher, get the man a drink, but you drink it yourself. He goes, yes, sir. And he walks over to the fridge, and you hear as he opens something and starts drinking it. So, Neonate, what can I do for you?
well, sir, I am just going to get right into the business, I think. I don't feel that I should take more of your time.
Well, I'm here to train you and teach you the ways of our kind. So I'm going to give you a nickel's worth of free advice. We venture, we don't jump straight to business. It's a Chinese, similar to a Chinese, Japanese philosophy where when you meet a fellow over business, not a friend but a colleague, we'll just call it a colleague. When you meet them, you make a little bit of idle chatter, whatever happens to be of interest of the day, any news or anything like that. But you're a Malkavian. You're not one of us. None of us venture. You don't have the, shall we say, code of conduct that is drilled into our head. So when you meet one of us Ventru, or any of the elders of the Camarilla, especially Toreador, Tremere, Venture, of course, some of the more enlightened Bruja, it's rather rude to just get straight to business. You should have at least about 5 to 10 minutes of small talk, whatever topic happens to catch your attention on your way in. But as you've already gone straight to business, get to it, Neonate.
Okay, sir. Well, first of all, advice noted.
Good.
Second of all, that's as to why I'm here. As in our last meeting,
Max closes the laptop.
I've heard you are giving domains, I should say, to the other Kingsmen, other fellow Kingsmen.
Well, I'm not giving domain. The Kingsmen have had their eye on various properties around town, and while I have made sure to secure Battery Park and Battery Park City as venture domain, the other Kingsmen have had their eye on certain properties that I'm also going to be bucking for, but I'm not giving anything. They are asking through me from the Prince for the right to claim domain there.
Okay, so I will humbly ask for a place too, sir.
Oh. Are you asking as a Kingsman, or are you asking as a student?
I'm asking as your student. I have no place in the Kingsmen yet, even if I have aware of it.
That's right, you don't have a place in the Kingsmen. Yet. Depending on how your tutelage goes, that may change, but for now, you're right, you don't. So, as a Kingsman, Normally I would say, you know, we could do... did your sire teach you anything about prestation debt?
About what?
Prestation debt, our economy of boons that the Camarilla uses.
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, normally this would be something that we would ask potentially a major boon for. If you were asking Maximilian Hardcastle, a member of the Kingsmen and Venture Primogen. But I'm your mentor, so I'm going to make a counteroffer. How about I teach you how to get domain and let you claim it yourself? Boon free. Well, except for the boon for tutelage, which would be small and inconsequential compared to a major boon. What do you think of that?
I guess it is a fine offer, sir.
So, do you want me to hand it to you on a silver platter with a large credit card bill, or would you rather teach or learn how to claim domain and how to properly ask for it? With
I
a
would,
smaller bill.
well, I would like to learn how to do it myself. That would be better for both of us, I guess.
Excellent. That appeals to me much more too, rather than just goes back to the old adage: give a man a fish, he's fed for a day. Teach a man to fish, he's fed for his lifetime. Kind of the same thing. Much more appealing to me. So the first thing we have to do, havens, as it were. Havens are real estate. They're dirt. It's where you sleep, right?
Yes.
And when it comes to havens, it's all about location, location, location. Just like any other real estate business, anything else. But we're not looking for property value, so to speak. We are looking for security. And specifically security from 1, the sun, 2, our enemies, 3, people who want to kill us. Maybe that would be an enemy, but people who want to kill us, well, we don't really know about. And of course 4, sustenance. So what you have to do is decide, where can I get all 4 of these things at once? Protection from the sun, protection from our enemies, protection from those who wish us harm, and sustenance. Now, fortunately, Manhattan is plethora of good havens. Now, me, being a Ventru, I have to have the class, so he kind of motions to the hotel room. I'm forced to reside in places like the Ritz-Carlton. I know that just breaks your heart and breaks mine into a million pieces, but someone like you, you're a little bit more flexible. And I'm also thinking, I'm not psychic or anything, but I have been at this for a while, you've already got if you haven't already cut a pony from the herd, you've already got your eye set on one.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth, sir.
So, this is the moment of truth. It gets kind of right up in your face. Let me get this camera. There we go. Where have you chosen, neonate?
I've chosen the Children's General Store at 21st Street, Upper East Side, New York, between Lexington and 3rd Avenues.
Children's General Store?
Yes, sir.
Max doing what I'm doing now, packing it into a... Oh, Yahoo. I loathe you so much. Well, Upper East Side is definitely not bad. Good prime territory. There's only one little issue, and that is that you're 1, 2, 3. You're less than 4 blocks away from Central Park. Do you know what resides in Central Park?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I don't mean homeless bums. So tell me, neonate, what resides in Central Park?
Before answering that question, you can see from the corner of your eye, Jackie reaches to his pocket and pulls something out. If you care to take a look, it's a cigarette box, and he just holds it up and says, "Do you mind?"
Oh, I don't mind at all. The hotel does.
Oh, right. Yeah, there was that.
And you hear Drescher from the kitchen saying, "Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? That's why I have to go outside."
Yeah, right. Okay.
Max just kind of chuckles to himself and is like, well, part of the masquerade is you follow the laws, too. That's why we don't attack people in broad day, well, broad moonlight. Do it from the shadows where no one's watching.
Well,
It still sucks, though, boss. Well, it may suck, but, you know, it's just how it is.
I only heard about one person that can really do some stuff in daylight, and it's like really limited. But yeah, in daylight.
Nope. No, we can't do shit in daylight. In fact, as soon as 7 o'clock rolls around, my ass is in bed. I have a very hard time doing anything during the day. But I don't have to because I've got Drescher over there. I've got Marcus over there doing my books. And I've got Layla. Where the fuck is Layla tonight? She's working, boss. Oh, damn it, that's right. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
when Layla's not walking, when Layla's not working, she does my handles all my information security. But that's neither here nor there. Now, you want this children's general store that's 4 blocks away from Central Park. And tell me, how are you going to deal with any werewolves that decide to break the truce and just, you know, tear your head off?
well, first of all, if they really do try to break the truce, and I don't even know, I didn't even know until now that there was a truce between werewolves and vampires.
Well,
If they,
truce may be stretching it, more like a we don't kill you, we don't set foot on Central Park. But you know how occasionally a kindred goes off the handle and breaks masquerade or does some shit that needs to get covered up? Werewolves do the same thing. I mean, not all of them, of course, but every once in a while, some of them just get a wild hair up their ass and decide to go tearing ass through kindred territory. And when you're only 4 blocks away, well, that's unfortunate.
yeah, it is. And of course, if they decide to come on and tear me up to pieces in my own place, there isn't really much I can do.
No, no, there isn't. Except to have a backup strategy to get the hell out of there.
I have a couple of strategies in for those kind of situations.
What the hell? They don't have a website? What the hell? This is 2015. Hey, website. Jesus. Well, anyway, so that's, as I said, location, 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 and you're only 4 blocks away from instant death stomping grounds. So, are you absolutely certain this is the only place you want?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I can take care of that problem.
all right. Confidence, I do like that. As long as it's confidence and not stupidity. Stupidity we don't have time for.
Okay.
But
If you care to roll a perception empathy on that moment right now.
empathy from Max. Okay, yeah, let's do. Well, hey, I have a dot. Awesome. And somewhere I've got perception. Okay. Dice stream. That'll actually be the lowest. Standard difficulty?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. you can clearly see that once Jackie gets the, if he can get the building, he's thinking about doing something to the place for protection.
All right. Well, I'm not handing it on a platter. I'm teaching you how to take it. So, all right. So now that we've established the immediate threats in the area, which is going to be lupines, then the next thing we need to do is actually take a look at the place. Let's see. What does it look like? It's the Upper West Side, so I mean, it's not like it's frickin' Harlem with the ghetto gangster bangers out there.
Well, Jackie just pulls out his smartphone and sends an email to Mr. Hardcastle.
Hmm. 1, 2, 3. What's in the email? You cut out really bad.
It's a link for the place. It's like a little internet link.
Okay.
For photos of the place.
All right. Well, what I'm seeing here is you've got a 5 to 6 story brownstone all up and down the street, some serious levels of gentrification, which is good. Lots of feeding opportunities, lots of social nightlife going on. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to keep your sustenance up, which is also very good, very handy, very important. A lot of traffic. Let's see. Now, what's going on behind the place? I want to know. Nice secluded alleyway behind the place. Got a little, some kind of, okay. So, okay, that's not too bad. All right. And a Chase Bank nearby. You do know me too well. Lots of bankers. Alleyway looks a little tricky to get to, though. Yeah, looks like that's a kind of off limits. You're on a little private stomping ground back there. Of course, you have to look out for security cameras, but that's no big deal. I'm sure you can cover them with silly string or something when you have to use it. But anyway, so now that we've established that the place is a decent place and the major threat, which is the lupines, are 4 blocks away, you have a solution, or you have a way to, keep them at bay. All right. So now the question becomes, all right, is there any openings for someone to move in? Is there a space available where you can quietly move in?
Yes, sir. There's actually a upstairs loft on the place that is big enough for me to move in.
Okay, good. And your retainer, or this person you have that can function during the day, she knows where it is, and she's trained in light proofing and all that?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. All right, so now all you have to do is get her name on a lease and get her in there, and by extension you. Do you still have mortal credentials like driver's license, phone number, that kind of thing?
Yes, sir. I still
do. Okay, so you still exist as far as mortal society is concerned. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get in there as soon as you can, set up shop. Then you need to find the apartment manager, whoever manages the place. I don't know if it's on-site, rental, whatever. You need to get them under your thumb. However means you do it. You expressed, or you told me you have some knowledge in Dominate?
Yes, sir. Just basic knowledge.
Okay.
But I can still manage, I think.
Yeah, sign and pointing a finger is still just as good. All right, so once the building manager, building owner, the landlord, whoever it is, has got your attention, or you've got their attention, and they've got you in. Your retainer will take care of all the boring stuff like utilities and internet and all that nonsense, and then make sure that loft is light proof. What I recommend doing for the first couple of nights is sleeping in the bathroom. Now, it sounds a little odd, but at least in hotels, bathrooms have no windows, so you just close the door and put a towel on the bottom, and it's completely light-proof, while your retainer during the day can set up the light proofing and double check to make sure that there's absolutely no sunlight in wherever you're going to be sleeping. After that, if you want the toy store that's downstairs, it's a relatively straightforward matter. Whether it's a toy store, a liquor store, or a bank, all you have to do is arrange a meeting with whoever the general managers are. I would start with the store managers. Slip them a little vitae and wine, make them your servants. It's as simple as that. Once you've got enough retainers throughout the building's effectively yours. And that, in broad strokes, is how you move into a building and take it over. Fortunately, you have dominate, not the other thing that some Malkavians have that drives people insane. Or so I've been told. Your dominate will come in very handy with that. So,
as you're talking, Jackie is taking notes of everything you say.
Yeah. Make sure those notes stay safe. This is, masquerade is enforced. Here we can be relatively certain to talk in peace, but out there, lupines want us dead, there's hunters that want us dead, and I'm quite certain if the spot get a hold of those notes, they try to kill me too. So keep that information handy. What I recommend doing is creating a list of the words we don't want, like vampire and blood or vitae and all our little clan disciplines and whatnot. What I recommend is creating a code word for them. Disciplines become tricks, vitae becomes juice, vampire becomes family, whatever. And share this code with your retainers, of course, because they too fall under the realm of masquerade in our traditions.
Yes, sir, I will.
So, any other questions? Any other advice I can give tonight?
That will be all, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And one last thing, when do you want me to make a move for this place?
Max looks down at his non-existent watch because his Rolex is all on the table. I'm wondering why you're still sitting here.
Okay, sir.
Max just smiles. If you get my message, now's as good time as any. In fact, now's the best time because nobody's there. If you have any security skills that can bypass locks and something, now, no doubt, this being a store, they probably have some good electronic security, so you might not want to break in, but now would be the time to look around, see what the nightlife's like, because that is the time you're going to be operating there, so you want to see who frequents the area. Is there party goers? Is there drunk club chicks running around? Is there 30 cops walking up and down the street? Because if there's a bunch of big police presence there, it's going to make your job a little harder until you set up. Then it plays to your advantage.
Well, I can deal with a couple of officers.
Couple, yes, but remember, cops have this annoying habit of sticking together. The thin blue line is what it's referred to.
Oh, I know. Believe me, sir, I do know.
Good, good. So now's the time to start scouting it out. Find some people. Find out what you can. Ask, talk to people. And hopefully you have some social skills other than dominate. Can you walk up and seduce someone at a bar without using the gifts of Cain on people? That kind of thing.
I think I can, sir.
Good.
I am quite persuasive.
Good, good. And remember, these are just your regular human interaction skills. I'm not talking about disciplines. Don't rely on them. They're a crutch. too supportive. I mean, they're powerful, sure, but they're nice to have when you absolutely have to have them. But relying on them all the time just makes you weak. Just makes you weak. So.
Well, I'm going to take my leave then, sir.
Now, before you go, if you think you're in over your head, call me. Okay? Do not be afraid to call up for help.
I absolutely will. Thank you, sir.
Because I would much rather run in, fix the problem, get you out, and then shake a finger at you than have to sweep your ashes up into a bag and explain to the prince why somebody who's under me is dead. I would much rather just sit there and shake a finger at you than have to explain to someone why you're dead, or if your sire comes calling, God forbid. Okay?
Okay, sir. So, no ashes, just fingers. I got it.
Yeah. I'd much rather fix the problem and just, yell, "What you thinking?" rather than like shaking my head over a pile of dust. So do not hesitate to call me. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Then Jackie gives Mr. Hardcastle a overblown bow. Like you can see his long hair touching the ground. Then he.
At least it's not a salute. He says snarkingly as you do the bow, he's like, "Well, at least it's not a salute."
I took my lesson from the last time, sir.
Good. Good. Now, go forth and conquer, young man. I want to hear about your new domain, or at least your new haven, within, say, 2 weeks. If you're set up, secure, and have a new haven, and you don't blow it and get the cops called on you, we'll consider this a victory, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Noted.
Now go forth and conquer, young man. Max flips the laptop back open.
And Jackie smiles and turns around, gets out of the hotel room, and leaves the hotel.
Okay. As you're getting close to the door, Max goes, "Drescher, walk him to the front door." He goes, "Yeah, boss." And Drescher does so. Back in the hotel, or back in the elevator, going down. God, do I hate this music. I
It is annoying.
know. Play the most peaceful crap they can find. Then again, when there's a bunch of rich, drunk movie stars that think they're God in the place, they probably do want something to keep them toned down. So, anyway, do I need to call you cab? Says Drescher as you're getting close to the ground floor.
No, I'm just going to walk for a little bit. Then Jackie takes out his cigarette box, offers one to Drescher, was it?
Yeah, Drescher.
Drescher. He offers a cigarette to Drescher.
Drescher looks down. Ooh, thanks.
And
Jackie
takes his own.
And it's like waiting for the front door. Finally get outside. Finally.
Well, I guess I'll see you later then, Mr. Jigsaw. And good night.
Drescher, don't call me Jigsaw. I don't know where the hell you get that anyway. But good night. And he turns around, walks back inside.
And Jackie will.
Sorry you cut out there, but that's probably the end of the scene, right?
Yes, Jackie just walks away through people.
Okay.